Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna work in these beautiful tags. They have double-sided and have these beautiful book paper pockets. So let's get started. So I'm gonna make the pockets to attach to my tags, and for that I chose some book pages. You can use any paper that you want, and we need 2 squares. And in order to make squares, I'm gonna make 2 triangles here. I'm gonna start with this one, so here, and then I'm gonna line with my scissors. If you have a square shape, it's gonna be a lot easier, but this is what I have, so I'm gonna work with it. Then I'm gonna mark the lines in half, so turn like that, and then another mark to the other side, like so, like so. Okay, so in this corner I'm gonna fold it in a big triangle. Make sure that you don't go out of the lines for the half of the paper, like this half or this half, or just there. To me it's enough, this. And then through the other line also follow kind of this line and make a smaller fold, like so. Then between the 2 lines, this and this, I'm gonna cut a line over here. Right to the middle. And then you can add a little bit of glue, which is what I'm gonna do. Just add glue there. And I'm gonna add a tiny bit of glue here so it gets attached. And then you just move it, just fold it over. You just go to this side and then go to the other side, and then finally to the last side. I'm gonna have my paper facing this way up, so you can have it this way. For example, if you're attaching to a pocket that is gonna be an open book, like so your stuff, your ephemera is gonna enter this way. But because I'm planning to do a tag, then I want it to be up. I also wanted to have an extra pocket here in the back. I can close it totally, but I'd rather have an additional pocket, kind of a surprise pocket, and that's why I'm gonna do it. If you have any excess, you just can trim it, like so. And then we're gonna need another one. Let me paste this part first. So I'm gonna add glue only here and here, not to the top, because the top layer is where we're gonna add additional ephemera. And that is it. We have our pocket, and now we're gonna need another one. I'm gonna make it out of this paper and I'll be right back. So I made 2 pockets now. Here's how they look like. And then what we need to do now is the base, and I decided to use this beautiful paper. It's double-sided. It's super cute. I'm gonna have this side facing up, and in the back is still gonna be looking this beautiful pattern. So what I'm gonna do is just cut to the size. In my case, I measure my pockets and they are about 270 or 265. So what I'm gonna do is just add an additional 0.5 inches. So I'm gonna cut it in 275. I'm trying to fix here my cutting machine. I don't know what happened with it. Yeah, it's not working very well, but this is the only one that I have for 12 inches, so we're gonna go with it. So 225 is about here. There you go, we have it measured, and I think this just needs to be attached here, and there you go. It's cutting properly. Again, it just came out for some reason. Okay, so now if we put these in here, it's gonna be just fine. I'm gonna keep some space because I want to have some kind of a cutting here. I want to have the corners cut and stuff like that. So I'm gonna say more or less it's gonna be up to 5 inches each. Let's say 6, so we can have 2 same size tags. There you go. We got 2 tags same size, and they are perfect. So they actually should be facing this way. And what I'm gonna do is round the page and the edges right now. I don't want it to be super round, but this paper is super thick, and because it's very thick, I don't want it to be any cuts. Happens a lot with, especially with thick paper. Usually the thin ones are not sharp, but once in a while they can surprise. And there you go. So what I'm gonna do is attach them here. I rounded the edges on purpose because I wanted them not to be right where the rounded place was gonna be, so I'm gonna add them right here. I'm just gonna add glue all around the place. You can add an extra pocket in the back, but I don't think it's necessary because we're attaching already a pocket in the back. And there you go. Have one, and I put that purposely in the bottom because I'm gonna add a sentiment right here. I'm gonna do the same with this one. There you go. I placed this incorrectly. Happily the glue is still wet, so I just realized that I was placing them incorrectly. But I'm glad that I realized before it got dry. So just have it there, and there you go, you have them. So the next step here is gonna be making a hole here. I decided to use this puncher, but you can use a regular circle hole to make a hole here. And I decided to also use a kind of a scrapbook paper, so I measured that with my tag to measure where the middle is to make the hole with this. And this is a lot easier for me because I have a lot of scraps, and I didn't want to deal with the cardboard, and it's 2.75, so really I didn't want to measure that much. It was a lot easier to just use the scrapbook paper. And with this measurement, I just go to the middle of these and I just punch. And it looks super hyper cute. I love it. And I'm gonna do exactly the same thing with the other one. Here we go. And that is perfect. Because I decided not to go with the Christmas sentiment, The tag is for sure some Christmas related, but I didn't want to add too much to it just because not everyone celebrates Christmas. I believe that my two pen pals do, but I'm not quite sure. I didn't ask. So what I'm gonna add instead is just something like this, happy time for you, and that's gonna keep it neutral and respectful. And so what I'm gonna do next, and apologize for the quantity of stuff that I have here, but I need to get to my tool here, and I'm gonna add this sentiment in there. And I like that the edges are not totally straight. I love adding a little bit of distress, but not too much distress. It stresses me out a tiny bit when it's too distressed. Don't know why. Okay, so that one, I'm using the middle hole as a reference line, and again I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one, more or less here, and like so. Happy time. In let's add first some ephemera, shall we? I have some stuff here like so. I'm not gonna add all of these because they are the same thing, but you know, we can add other things. I just wanted to see how this is gonna look like when I add actually ephemera to it. I'll put these, maybe this one, something like that. Don't stress about the sound in there. It's just my son jumping around. He loves jumping. Loves jumping and jumping and jumping. Guys, there is a little bit of decoration that needs to be done in this area. I'm gonna start by adding some paper. I was looking forward to use these pieces of paper. What I'm gonna do, she's gonna cut here and add kind of the rounded corners to match the other side. I'm gonna add them here, and I'm gonna do the same thing in this other side. 1 and 2. Okay. Okay. So we have 1. We have 2. Let's take this out just for a second. We can put them back in. We're gonna put other pieces there, but I just wanted to test. Did I paste it? Yes. So here's a red present. Looks very Christmassy, but it doesn't really say anything. And I have tons of little stamps here too, like tiny stamps that we can easily use, like this one, but it's just too big. We have others like this one, or actually let me go through these because I do have a lot of things that we can use. We can use this one maybe, and this one. It's too much. And I think that the best part is that I might have the reinforcement dots. I'm gonna bring them in reinforcement. little dots, and they are amazing because they fit everywhere and they make it feel happy, like this one. I think that we found what we needed to decorate. Let's do this, and we add glue to this other one. I love reinforcements, and this is a sticker, so we can peel and attach. Peel and attach. There you go. So we have one of them done, and then for the other one we're gonna do the same. We're gonna use this one that is a little bit bigger. Let's use the tweezers. Oh, I love the color of this one. It just matches so perfectly with the tag. I love it. And then let's check into our stash. I think this one is gonna work. So let's do it. And again, I'm gonna use the tweezers just because it's hard for me to align perfectly without destroying everything on my way. I'm gonna put this one here. What other colors I have? Let me see. Oh. Yeah, I think that we're gonna stick with the colors we had before. And then we're gonna put everything back in place. I know I have a lot of tiny stuff, and it's because I use a lot of tiny stuff. Not everyone uses tiny stuff, but I do a lot. I do use a lot of tiny because it's super cute, and it just fills out the stuff in the middle. Oh, I didn't paste them yet, so let's do it. And it's super cute and very useful too. And there we go. We have it 2 parts, and now we have the 2 tags with the holes. We can start filling out the tags again. I'm gonna put them here as a placeholder. We may have more to come probably. And again, this in this area, and this in this other area. And we can even put that. I forgot to fill out the pack, the big pocket. So we can now fill it out because we have something to fill it out with. And now in the back pocket, we can put it here. And there you go. We have 2 of these ready to go. We need to add, I guess we need to add the yarn on it. All right, I think this one is gonna work. I just want it to be enough for a lace and for making a beautiful bow. So I'm gonna just put it through the hole. Like so. And then we're gonna make a bow, a happy bow. And there you go. Look at how cute this looks like. I have 3 pockets. And there you go, 1. And then we go to the other one. We go through the same process. Go through the hole, we put through the middle. And I'm sorry that I'm repeating this slow, but when I started I didn't know how to do it, so I think it might be useful for some people, not for everyone. And then again through the hole, and there you go, for you and happy time. They are ready to go. You can put this in your happy mail, kind of an additional present when you are giving that to a crafty friend, and I'm sure that they are gonna appreciate looking at these. I love them very much. They are super cute. I hope that you enjoyed this process. If you did, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.